Ticket junket. Your ticket to the world. Let us look at the history of Amsterdam. Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, has a rich history dating back to the 12th century. It began as a small fishing village and grew into a thriving port city in the 17th century, due to its strategic location and trade connections. During the Dutch Golden Age, Amsterdam became one of the world's most prosperous cities and a major center of finance, culture, and art. The city has a unique architecture, including the famous canals, which were created in the 17th century to control the flow of water and were later used as transportation routes. Amsterdam was also a hub of the slave trade in the 1600s and 1700s, and played a role in the Dutch colonies in the Caribbean and Southeast Asia. Today, Amsterdam is a popular tourist destination known for its history, museums, and liberal attitudes. Let us explore the top sites in Amsterdam. The iconic canals of Amsterdam, lined with historic buildings and houseboats, are a must-see for any visitor. These waterways, which date back to the 17th century, have been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site and offer a unique perspective on the city. Taking a boat tour is a great way to appreciate the beauty of the canals and see the city from a different perspective. Anne Frank House. The Anne Frank House is a museum dedicated to the life of Anne Frank, the young Jewish girl who wrote a diary while hiding from the Nazis during World War II. Van Gogh Museum. The Van Gogh Museum is dedicated to the works of the famous Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh. It has the largest collection of his paintings in the world and is a must-visit for fans of the artist. Visitors can see many of Van Gogh's most famous works, including the Starry Night and Sunflowers. Rijksmuseum. The Rijksmuseum is the National Museum of the Netherlands and houses a vast collection of Dutch art and history. Visitors can see works by famous Dutch masters like Rembrandt and Vermeer, as well as exhibitions on the country's history and culture. The museum's stunning architecture is also a highlight and well worth a visit. Amsterdam's famous red light district is a neighborhood known for its legalized sex work and coffee shops. It's often considered a controversial attraction, but it's also a fascinating glimpse into the city's history and liberal attitudes. Dam Square is the heart of Amsterdam and is surrounded by historic buildings and monuments, including the Royal Palace and the National Monument. It's a bustling area with street performers, shopping, and plenty of places to grab a bite to eat. This is Amsterdam's largest park and a popular spot for picnicking, relaxing, and taking in the city's natural beauty. With plenty of walking paths, gardens, and open spaces. Vondelpark is a great escape from the busy city streets. It's also a popular spot for outdoor concerts and events, and a great place to spend a sunny day. What is the right time to visit Amsterdam? Spring is a popular time to visit Amsterdam, with mild weather, tulip gardens in bloom, and outdoor cafes and markets open. Summer is also a popular time to visit, with warm weather and many outdoor festivals and events. However, it can be crowded and expensive, and many local residents take vacations during this time, so some attractions may be closed. Fall is a great time to visit, with cooler weather and fewer crowds. The fall foliage in and around Amsterdam is beautiful and many museums and attractions are still open. Winter is the least popular time to visit Amsterdam, with colder weather and shorter daylight hours. However, it can also be a magical time to visit, with holiday lights and festive markets, and fewer crowds at popular attractions. Let us look at the local transport options in Amsterdam. Amsterdam offers several options for local transport, making it easy to get around the city. Amsterdam is a very bike-friendly city, and many locals use bicycles as their primary mode of transportation. Renting a bike is a great way to explore the city and see the sights, and there are many bike rental shops throughout the city. The tram system in Amsterdam is extensive and a convenient way to get around the city. Trams run frequently and cover much of the city, and tickets can be purchased from vending machines or on board the tram. Buses are another option for getting around Amsterdam, and they cover areas of the city not served by trams. Like trams, tickets can be purchased from vending machines or on board the bus. Amsterdam is known for its canals, and taking a boat tour is a great way to see the city from a different perspective. There are several companies that offer boat tours, and they can be a fun and unique way to get around the city. Let us look at the movies set in Amsterdam. Ocean's 12, 2004, a heist film set in several European cities, including Amsterdam, where Danny Ocean and his team plan to steal a Fabergé egg from a museum. The Fault in Our Stars, 2014, a romantic drama based on the novel by John Green, set in Amsterdam, where two teenage cancer patients fall in love while exploring the city's canals and museums. Girl with a Pearl Earring, 2003, is a historical drama film based on the novel of the same name by Tracy Chevalier. The film is set in 17th century Delft, the Netherlands and follows the story of Greet, a young girl who becomes a maid in the household of Dutch master painter Johannes Vermeer. Layer Cake, 2004, is a British crime thriller film set in London and Amsterdam. The film follows the story of a successful cocaine dealer who wants to retire but is drawn into one final job, which quickly spirals out of control. Amsterdam has long been a source of inspiration for writers, and there are many books set in the city, showcasing its history, culture, and atmosphere. Some popular books set in Amsterdam include The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. This classic memoir is set in Amsterdam during World War II and follows the life of a Jewish girl who hides from the Nazis with her family in a secret annex. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, a novel set in Amsterdam, about two teenagers who fall in love while exploring the city's canals and museums. Amsterdam by Ian McEwan is a darkly comedic novel set in the city of Amsterdam. The book explores the relationships and moral ambiguities of a group of characters, including a successful composer, a journalist, and a Lord Chancellor, as they converge in Amsterdam for a memorial service for a mutual friend. A Widow for 1 Year by John Irving is a multi-generational novel set in the coastal town of Long Island, New York and the city of Amsterdam. The book follows the story of a young writer named Ruth Cole, as she grows up in Long Island, loses her parents, and finds her way to Amsterdam, where she begins a career as a writer. Thanks for watching.